So previously on D&D, after Sang and Daelar decided to go off on their own and try and kill Daelar's family, you met up with a bunch of bounty hunters led by a half orc named Ziraj. Um, you went with them to Estar, one of the outposts of Drosan, and met with Ravel, Daelar's brother, briefly. He gave a classic villain speech, which you may or may not have remembered bits of, before he tried to betray Sang and Siraj by not giving them the money. You guys then...
which I called, by the way.
Yes, which you definitely did call. You then managed to escape in some Cypods from the Cypod racing, and after a pretty close, sort of near-death experience for the two of you,
not as close as it should have been for me, because I'm actually immune to poison, which she didn't tell me I was being poison damaged.
Yes, but now we know. Yeah, you guys then sped off into the wastes. So you're in sort of like imagine just like an underdark desert, because you're still in this like big 60-mile long cavern. So there's like miles and miles and miles of open space, but like it's like dotted with like hills and.
So it's like kind of Tatooine, but underground.
Kinda, yeah. But you're not in like tunnels, per se. You're still in like a fairly open space, but there is like little canyons here and.
Okay. Well, I propose we hide in a canyon.
Are you guys going in any particular direction?
I don't think we should go like too far. Which direction were we like heading?
North. If the map was accurate.
Like, we'll say the map was we'll say the map was accurate and you were going north.
And I guess what we'll do is we won't like. I think best if we don't continue on a straight line, because then that's like too obvious.
One thing that you would definitely know, Sang, is that obviously these are the 7 outposts of Drosan, which is Drosan is the name of the big cavern. Estar, the one you were in, is like bang in the middle, and then the other outposts are sort of dotted around it. So going north, you'd still be heading roughly towards one of the other much smaller places. But yeah,
where is
round and like headed back towards that place that we like came into the cavern.
Yeah, so you would have come from the south.
The outpost Esdar, which is the one where is like Sean's family like mainly based?
You don't know yet. You know Ravel is based in Estar.
Okay, so
you know there is like a Drow outpost as well, so there's a likelihood that they'll be there. Could be one or the other.
So from a character backstory point of view, would I know a specific location?
But I know because I was, living there.
You didn't actually live here. You lived you lived back in Menzo Baranzon, yeah, and they sort of moved here. I mean, you're not really sure on all of the details yet. You still got a lot to find out, so I won't say too much. But what was your question again, Michael?
So where would I have been?
You would mostly have been in Estar, rather than you probably visited the other places on very rare occasions, but you would mainly have just been in Estar because that's like the big city where everyone goes.
Yeah, in that case, we should probably try and head back. We head out north a bit, but then we double back on ourselves. Just like Daelar suggested, and then we find a nice cavern to hide out in while we have a long rest.
I say, as you're sort of going through the canyon, you hear your Cypods just go and just sort of slowly run out of charge as they then hit the ground. These things don't last particularly long.
I wasn't expecting that. Any idea how we recharge these, Daelar?
I mean, we only saw them at that recharge station when we first took them.
So we need one of those.
Yeah, they were pretty big tankers of it that they were plugged into as well.
Abandon them then. And we in have
Tinker's tools try and mess with them, so people come and try to get them, the engine explodes or something. I don't
know. Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll a Tinker's check.
That one, he blows himself up.
I was gonna say, big 20. Yeah, what we'll say you sort of rigged them enough to where like if someone tries to start them up again, the tankers will explode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
First, I'm just an innocent person, just
Like, oh, a free
Stand
side pod.
Mom, look, a side pod. I've always wanted to give him one of these.
you can sell this. We can retire. And
No,
live out in
Timmy.
the country.
Little Timmy. His curiosity was the death.
No, never mind. I'm sure that won't happen.
But yeah, are you just gonna then just like I guess start walking down the canyon?
Yeah. Find a nice like cave or something where we can camp out for the night or day, where
Like,
who knows
try
what
and,
time.
cover like our tracks. Like I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, make a survival check. Try and cover your tracks. Yeah, because there is definitely tracks that would be left in the dust.
Yeah, what we do is we can walk like and then like have like a stick behind us to remove like the tracks as we walk.
It just looks like a stick. Yeah.
That walk like in June.
Yeah. Just like the weird sand walk.
Who wants to roll
Sang was
survival?
just like, Daelar, what are you doing? It's like, just
Oh, you already rolled. Okay.
The purple worms won't notice our presence. Yeah, you think you're doing a reasonably good job of things. As you're walking, walk for I don't know, sort of 10 or 15 minutes. Before eventually you see a cave in the side of this canyon. There's like a blue light emanating from within.
Blue light.
Mhm.
Have any idea what could be causing a blue light in this area?
I mean, you've seen plenty of luminous things in the Underdark. Crystals,
Could just be like a fungus or something.
yeah, fungus, like plant life. Like there's a bunch of things in the Underdark that do glow. Give off lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess we should stealthily head towards the cave then.
Okay. And roll stealth for me.
Unless you want to pass it by. What do you think, Daelar?
I mean, it's glowing blue, so it kind of sticks out.
Yeah, wouldn't be a very stealthy cave. Yeah, more likely to be investigated. Maybe we should just leave it.
Yeah, okay, we'll just leave it.
Yeah, we'll ignore this cave.
Okay. The forgotten one. Could you please roll a perception check?
So,
Of course.
Adam's new character is hiding.
Pretty, it's called the Forgotten One as well. We just like
Smell drow blood.
Yeah, you absolutely do smell drow. Can I get perception checks from Sang and Daelar as well, please?
Oops, wrong name.
Ooh. Daelar notices.
this one.
Yeah, you don't have advantage, but 23 is enough. Do
I smell someone smelling me.
you notice you're being watched. Can't quite tell from where yet, but yeah,
It's a
forgotten one.
blue cave.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you don't usually see people around these parts.
Is it obvious Daelar is a drow?
No,
No.
probably not at your
Okay.
distance.
Okay, Mr. DM, I just want you to take a look at my personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws, please.
Okay.
I don't have any personality traits, ideals, bonds, or flaws.
Ah, nice.
Yep. Just so we know what we're dealing with here, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
glad you specified that. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well,
Wait, let's see, he's gonna murder Daelar.
I'm just gonna like observe them from afar. I haven't seen people for a while.
Just gonna watch them as they sort of keep wandering on.
I'm gonna follow behind.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
Make a
stalker.
make a stealth check. Daelar,
What was that, sorry?
roll perception for me, please. Again, forgotten this is stealth.
Oh.
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 Undetected.
Undetected.
As you continue on down this cavern, You see a number of other like
Imagine like we turn around from time to time and then he just like hides behind a rock and like jumps
It'll
behind a rock.
be even funnier once you realise what this guy is.
He picks a rock up and puts it on over him like a like a cardboard box.
Cardboard box disguised as a rock.
Yeah. But yeah, as you continue on down this cavern, you see like the blue light, or other similar caves with similar blue lights, coming from them. Like this is just like a part of this, the natural growth of this cave. That these little potholes.
Maybe
Just
these
sort of-
caves are not so unusual after all.
Yeah, if there's like loads of them,
Yeah,
we should at
it'd
least
be
have
safe
some time
enough.
to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to like go investigate one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you head up and have a little peek in,
Stealthily.
you roll stealth.
While checking for traps.
Yeah, obviously.
Roll investigation.
Go on, Daelar. Roll investigation. Oh, nat 20.
There are no traps.
There are actually negative traps.
Yeah, as you sort of peek in, you can hear the sound of like running water. You can't quite see from where, but the light does seem to be coming from these like big blue like that seem to be growing in the area. And again, you can hear the sound of water as if it's like a somewhat habitable place.
Okay, let's advance a little further.
But like into the cave or just carrying on down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Going inside, you do see like a bit of a running stream, just like going from like one wall to another. But it does run through this little bit of the cave. The cave itself is fairly small, but you know, big enough to house the two of you for the night. You wanted to rest
Yeah.
up.
Do you think Daelar looks comfortable enough?
Did I still feel like we were being watched like that entire time?
Not necessarily the entire time. You definitely got a feeling of it to begin with, and then you were like on edge going forward.
Yeah.
But then you didn't actually see anyone, but you did sort of get that feeling. But that could just be the under. There's a lot of nasty, creepy crawlies in the dark.
This seems like a good enough place for a while.
I'll say the entrance is actually quite small as well. If you did want to like try and block it up to block the light,
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
That might be
Yeah.
more suspicious though, maybe?
yeah, yeah. See, it depends on how successful you'd be at
Yeah.
blocking it.
I mean, if we can block it like totally, then they wouldn't be able to figure that it was a cave at all.
Mhm.
But like letting a little bit shine through would be more unusual than just like a normal cave entrance, wouldn't you think?
It's up to you.
I don't know,
Yeah,
are there
so
any
we
like rocks like around the size of the entrance that can block it totally?
Just roll a d20 for me. See if you get super lucky. 16? Not quite enough to like not. There's not one that's a perfect fit. But there's a few around that you could like maybe smush together and hopefully
Do you want
block
to do
it
that?
up.
Yeah, might as well try it.
Well, then we'll do it.
Okay. What, are you doing anything in particular at this time? Forgotten one.
Forgotten one.
Do I see
This has
them?
been forgotten.
Do I see them doing this?
You saw them go into the cave and then that was it.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer. My curiosity has been piqued.
Go on then, forgotten one. What you doing?
The Forgotten One moves.
If anything.
Well, he watches. He waits.
Okay. In that case, you watch as they block up the entrance, doing a pretty good job of it actually.
Okay.
But you see them. Forgotten one. Make another perception check with advantage.
24.
24. Your keen senses in the Underdark alert you of the presence of other beings nearby. You can just sort of feel them.
I mean, I've got danger sense, don't I?
Yeah, danger sense. That's what I was getting you
sense.
to roll
Alright.
for.
I'm gonna disappear a bit further back then,
Mhm.
away from this cave.
Yeah, I mean, danger sense is like I think it's got a pretty big radius.
Uh,
It's like miles.
yeah, it literally just says you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be,
Mhm.
giving you an edge when you dodge away from. Yeah, danger. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, they're not necessarily. You haven't heard anything, haven't seen anything. You just get that.
No, but I can feel it. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Daelar, Sang, what are you doing now that you're all snug?
Shall we take it in turns to rest?
I mean, maybe we should both try to rest, because like there's nothing to like watch because we've blocked up the hole. And if someone like tries to get in, we'll both instantly be alerted anyway.
True. Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
But is it just that one entrance to the cave?
Make an
Let's go deeper.
Make an investigation check. 25. Yeah, it is just this one entrance. Make a nature check. Both of you.
Oof.
Okay. I will say, Daelar, you know enough about the Underdark to know that the water in this little cave you're in is drinkable. So you've got a source of stuff.
Okay.
But obviously, it's kind of difficult to get to sleep when you're in the same room as a bunch of glowing blue mushrooms. But you manage it the same because you
I
are
just need a
very
short
tired.
rest, so like I can.
Yeah, you only need 4 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, as the two of you go to sleep, Forgotten One, are you doing anything, or are you just sort of?
Do I get a feeling of danger still, or?
Yeah, it's still just like generally around.
I mean, it's the Underdark. It's always dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't like an anomaly per se to you. This is something you feel multiple times a day. Is the sense.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards the cave.
Mhm.
Is there still light coming out of it? Like, they didn't fill it up completely, did they?
They did. Yeah.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Mhm. You see no light. But
You
you
saw where we were, so.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you just would have seen them go in.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fine.
I moved towards where the cave is.
Mhm.
How tightly packed is these rocks?
Pretty tightly packed. There's like a lot of big ones take up a lot of the space.
Is there any weak spots?
Make an
Disagree.
investigation check.
I'm not very good at investigation.
No. No weak spots as far as you can see.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
These are some rocks.
I'm
This
just.
is an airtight seal.
I was gonna say, yeah, have they just like gassed themselves? They both just gonna choke to death.
Well, if water can get in there, then
Yeah.
can well.
Uh,
You know enough about this area to know, like, they'd be.
Okay. I don't know Daelar's a drow yet, do I?
No, you just saw 2 figures just wandering
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna wait then. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna.
all night.
I'm gonna sleep.
Okay.
No, but I'm gonna like back up a bit and just like keep myself away.
Mhm.
I kind of just
Make a stealth check.
again not very good at stealth.
So, what exactly are you? Just
What
like
am I
sitting
doing?
out in the canyon.
No, I'm like kind of in the high ground. Like, are there any bushes and stuff around? Like, mushrooms and stuff.
Not in this canyon. No, it's actually a fairly.
Are there any like
desolate.
small alcoves?
Yeah, you could get in an alcove based on a 4.
Yeah, kind
Self
of
check.
like,
Not
like
trouble.
I'm kind of thinking the like the hole R2D2 hides in.
Yeah.
In episode 4. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
and
thinking.
in the special edition, we'll put an extra rock in front of you.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. In post process.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm gonna come back to this D&D campaign in 10 years and edit it all.
Yeah. Daelar shot first.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, the night goes by uneventfully, or whatever time this is.
Yay, back to full everything.
Thank God.
Back up to full beams.
No, my temporary hit points.
Yeah. What do you do at the start of the day?
I watch
Huh?
the cave.
I was talking more to Sang and
Oh.
Daelar.
I guess when we
Fine.
wake up, we'll listen like outside the cave, see if we hear anything. Maybe remove like some of the smaller rocks so we can like peep out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Is that just Sang or may as well?
I'd say one of you do it.
Yeah.
13. You like have a little listen. Don't hear anything in particular. Have a little peer out, but you can't see anything in the
Just a
dark.
homeless guy, like right down.
Well, you don't have dark vision either, do you?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, you don't see too much because it's not like a day and night would help really here. It's all just dark all the time.
Maybe I should.
Okay, I'll have a look as well.
Roll a
What do
perception
your-
check with advantage.
What do your
Daelar.
drow eyes see?
21. Have a little peer. Don't see much to begin with. I'd say, would your position would you be seeable from your position, Adam? Because I'm thinking if you were high up, probably would be like completely sheltered.
Yeah.
View.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be like obviously positioning myself right in front of them.
Yeah.
I don't survive long in the Underdark doing things like that.
In that case, you would see nothing.
I guess
doesn't
we
seem to
carry
be
on.
Anything out there? Yeah, I should probably keep moving.
So we'll remove all the little rocks and then carry on down the canyon.
Yeah, and you're heading back to Esther.
Not in like a direct way, like we didn't just turn around
Yeah, we don't want
exactly
to
with
just
the way
like,
you
go
came.
back the way that we came.
Mm.
Yeah. Want to like loop a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forgotten One. You would definitely see them. Leave.
I follow.
But what if he was still asleep at that time?
The Forgotten One does not sleep long.
Yeah.
Am I required to make a stealth check?
Yes. And I will say make perception checks.
Oh
Daelar
dear.
and Sang.
Oh.
Okay. This time, the two of you, being a little more alert now that you've had a good rest, can tell someone is following you.
The way you see him, like
Yeah, where would you be following? Like in the canyon, or like slightly from above, or where would you
from above?
Yeah. So but not at the top of the canyon, because I imagine it being like pretty high. But there'd be like little.
Layers, yes.
Yeah, there'd be layers. Yeah, we'll say he's like he's like 15 feet up. In the darkness, your character wouldn't be able to see much other than it's like a vague shape. Daelar, you would be able to see a sort of fairly well-built man, looks like. Again, it's sort of difficult to tell at this kind of distance. Bald head.
Oh no!
Wow, Michael, coming from you.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, wow.
So I'm allowed to say it. So I'm allowed to say it.
Damn, yeah, you're right. Yeah, just a well-built figure. Seemingly human, not wearing
obviously does
too
a lot of
much.
running.
I don't know. If he did more running, he'd be more lean. This guy's pretty built, pretty
Just imagine this
chunky,
fat guy.
thick with a few C's.
Nice.
Yeah, you're just sort of wandering along, minding your own business, pretending you've not been noticed.
I'm just gonna.
We also pretend that. Well, I'm going to pretend I don't notice him as well.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
like
gonna like message silently. There is a guy on that over there.
I respond to a message or not?
Yeah, you can.
Then I'll say I know. Let's pretend we didn't see him. Then I think we should. Is there like a corner we can like walk around?
Not
You
really.
know-
It's a pretty
Ah.
straight canyon at the moment. Like there's little like bits you could like hide in, but it wouldn't be like you're going in that direction per se. At least not right now. Maybe further ahead.
And I'll just like go close, like walk close to Daelar and be like, any ideas?
Maybe we go into another cave and then wait for him to get close.
He's probably not going to follow us inside a cave. But...
You guys then hear more noises from other sort of ledges. There's
I hang back when I
No.
hear this.
The Tuscan Raiders.
just like a little like a bit of like stone falls down from one of the ledges, like a bit of shuffling up on another ledge.
Okay, it's ready.
Can't necessarily see anything from your position. So,
What's around us? Is there any like rocks we can hide behind, or?
right now you're like fairly out in the open. There is like one of those like blue caves that's a little distance away.
We make for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hastily or just like nonchalantly?
No, not hastily, but obviously pretending that we've not noticed anything, but like purposefully walking, you know, as we would normally.
As you purposefully walk towards this.
That's a good descriptive word.
As you were making your way towards this one of these caves, you see the figures above the ridge. They are like fairly like big hulking figures as well, like sort of 7 foot tall maybe. You see they have like they're covered completely in this like white fur, but they're still sort of humanoid. They have definitely spotted you and just sort of like watching carefully.
Have an idea what they could be?
Make a history check for me, Daelar. I guess Sang as well. But yeah, pretty high D both of you. Do you describe them, Daelar?
Yeah. I will.
In that case, Sang, you would.
All right.
Oh, well, you should, like, actually, like, say what
Another
you want.
fantastic description from Daelar.
Such a wordsmith. No, you can give a basic
So easy.
description.
Picture them in my mind so vividly now.
What do you say then, Daelar?
Oh, it's like a, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, I do actually. Wow.
Sang,
So do I know what they are?
Assume these to be Quagoths.
These are Quagoths, most likely. I assume. What are they?
Yeah, do we know what they are then?
On a history check, Sang, you know enough to know that they are like a hunting species in the Underdark. Not much.
I described that to Daelar.
I just don't understand. You're just not doing it as well as I do.
Yeah.
Oh no, I rephrase it in a different way to Daelar.
Purposefully?
Of course.
Okay, I'll get it.
Turning around, you see they have sort of like flanked you, and you're now sort of penned in like a little bit with the cave behind you.
How many are there? Sorry?
Make a perception check.
Just Daelar?
Sure. You can see 4 of them like on the ground on your level, and at least 3 above, maybe more.
Do they speak English or undercommon or not
English.
English, undercommon or common or something? Do I know if they would speak or are they not?
Parlez-vous anglais?
Where is Eiffel Tower?
You're not sure. So you can always try.
I'm gonna say hello in undercommon.
One of them responds, "Hello. I see you speak our tongue." Strange
do.
for one of your type. And he just sort of like gestures towards your physique.
Yeah. Well, guess that's to be expected. So, what can we do for you?
You can show us what you've got, for starters. A few of them will start like licking their lips.
Do you mean like you want to rob us, or
That's steal. Show us
steal?
your weapon.
Oh, I see. Sorry. I want to like draw it slowly out from the scabbard, but hold it in front of me. Not like
Mhm.
holding it out to them, just like so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can see the blade.
He says to one of his friends, "Go fetch it." And one of them like scampers up towards you. He's like really like hunchback creatures as well. Very big. They sort of like walk on all fours, but they can also walk on two legs. But they walk on all fours for like speed.
And I'll say, it wouldn't be a good idea to touch it.
It like looks at you quizzically.
Then I want to use Hour of Reaping.
Okay. That's a
To
fear
make a
thing?
wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Is that just that one creature?
Anyone that can see me within 30 feet.
Wait, so do I have to do it as well?
Yes.
Wait, does it not say you get to like it's like creatures you
Nope.
designate?
Just everyone.
Okay. Wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Alright.
Ah, so you're fine. I think they all fail. Oh no, one might succeed. 19. So only 2 of them succeed.
Okay. What was it? They're frightened of you?
Yep, so I'll just read it for you. So you gain the ability to unsettle or terrify those around you as an action for your soul has been touched by the shadow of death.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they are frightened of me until
Okay.
the end of my next turn.
So you hear like a bit of shuffling up on the ledges, like people back away a little bit. Most of the Quaggoths sort of back off. Again, there's like a couple that sort of hold their ground, and they're not like running away straight up,
Yeah.
but they are, definitely wary. The one that was speaking. Okay, yeah.
I don't think we are worth your trouble.
Roll intimidation. I'll say with advantage. He just sort of says to the guys, his boys in Undercommon, "Let's go. The girl's right." And he just like scampers off. The rest of them scamper away as well. All the ones on the ledge, all the ones on the ground. See, there was actually a few more that were hidden, but just make their way in the direction you're actually going. Yeah, it's actually in the direction you're going, but like they move a lot faster.
That's fine. I'll
They-
sheath my sword.
yeah.
Turn to Daelar. Well, that was a close one.
That's an interesting ability you have there.
Thank you.
Alright.
Do we still see what's his face? The forgotten guy. He's been
Well-
forgotten about.
Good question. Forgotten one. What were you doing during that whole encounter? Again, you were a distance enough away that you would have seen and heard everything that happened.
I was
But-
watching and waiting.
Mhm.
Did I get a good look at the two?
Yeah. I'll say you would now have gotten a good look.
So Daelar's a drow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's not doing anything yet.
No, I don't think so.
Not yet.
Roll stealth though, and then both of you roll perception. It has,
I am really
Yeah.
not good at stealth.
yeah. No. You can definitely still see.
He's like just standing there, like I'm completely invisible.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of one of the inspiration
Yeah,
for the
No,
characters.
you can like he is trying to hide, but you can just like see like a little bit. Of his
He's just
head,
too
like-
fat.
It's just a bit of his head and his shoulder poking out behind the rocks. So like you got not much of him.
Like
but-
Gollum in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
except really fat.
he's not fat. He's built.
Okay.
It's muscle.
Intense. Oh, okay.
It's all muscle, man.
I swear.
You think a fat guy would survive in the Underdark?
Yeah,
don't know.
he'd have been torn to shreds. But
Shall we carry on, Dale?
Yeah, I guess we'll just ignore that guy over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we keep pretending like we haven't seen him.
Okay, I can just keep following them.
okay. Eventually, unless there's anything you want to do until you come out of the canyon, you eventually come out, like back up the slope and exit the canyon. So you're now sort of on more flat terrain. You can see the city of Estar, just a few miles in the distance.
Is there any like terrain at all between us and the city, or is it just like flat plain?
It's not just flat. There are like little bits of like rock that jut up here and there, like little hills. But it's fairly flat.
Where did those guys earlier like go? Like, are there still tracks
If they
left by there?
disappeared from our view.
Yeah. If you make a investigation check, see if you can pick up their tracks, because they did like bolt rather than you guys who was just like walk. 31. Yeah, you definitely still see their tracks. They like veered off to the right, whereas Estar's like straight ahead. You could follow the tracks further, but there's little bits of rocks here and there. You can't see the creatures for sure, but you can see the tracks. Follow.
Well, yes, they don't seem to be a problem anymore. But what about
So,
this
are
guy
we
that's
gonna-
been following us? Should see what he's doing.
How close is the Forgotten One?
How close do you want to be? Forgotten one.
Master of stealth.
Now that I've seen Daelar as a drow, I'm getting closer.
How close would you be?
120 feet.
Oh, okay, so still like a fair distance.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still cautious because I see Sangs are humans, so I'm kind of a bit weird. I'm a bit weirded out, but we'll see.
I think we need to draw him in.
Don't know what he wants though. Like,
I've come up with a cunning plan.
You are breathing down your mic as well. I don't know if
Yeah, I know. I'm providing
you
ambience.
for a moment.
For me, this is part of his character.
I can hear him breathing from 120 feet away.
I've got him on breathe so heavily.
yeah, we could have shot him in
I
the
can hear him in the dark.
maybe if we like sort of head like towards like Esther, then he'll get impatient and like make a move.
I have an alternative plan. What if we get close to like one of these rocky outcrops, right? And then like one of us can suddenly pretend to be like really injured, like you just broke your leg or something, or twisted your ankle. I'm not sure. And then the other one, we can like pretend to have an argument and then pretend to leave, and then just hide behind the rock and see if he approaches when there's not two of us.
I don't know about that one.
Otherwise, he might just keep following us and not do anything. Find out what he's after. For all we know, he could be tracking, like if we keep going towards the city, he could be tracking us to the city and leading people to us. Better we find out what's up before we get close.
So, or was it one of us pretends to get injured and then we split up or something?
Yeah, like, there's these rocky outcrops. So, like, just before we get to one, someone can pretend to be injured. Then we have like a fake argument where the other one just like says, I'm just going to leave you here, kind of thing. But we don't actually leave. We just like walk behind the rock and then hide and wait for him to see if he approaches.
So, like, who should do the fake injury then?
I don't know.
Whilst they're discussing this, I'm getting closer.
Oh, well,
You
he's
have,
getting close to us, so
Maybe if we just keep standing here, you'll
yeah.
eventually.
Maybe we don't have to actually do anything. It'll just
I mean, do you have a
maybe we should,
preference?
Like, fake, like maybe we should like fake having a a rest or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna say. Let's see.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. Like, maybe we just go up like behind a rock and then like sit down and then like pretend to have fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
So you make your way over to like a little section of rock style outcropping, and take a rest.
I'm confused because I just watched them wake up.
Yeah, I did.
We've walked a little way. We're tired.
I did think that. Also, this is the exact plan that Sam and Frodo use on Gollum. It's perfect.
I am a bit confused because I've literally just watched them wake up, and all they've done is walk a bit. So like I'm like
scared off those.
I'm like, are these people really
creatures.
weak or something?
It's been like an hour, we'll say.
Yeah,
since
it's been an hour
That's
walking.
a lot of walking.
It's a lot of walking. Plus, we scared off those. Well, I scared off those.
It's my
thing.
what's
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
what's my danger sense
Very
doing, Paddy?
eventful.
Is it tingling?
I mean, you can sense those guys.
Can I perform a survival check to kind of like just kind of like question? I'm like, am I going mad right now? Like, surely they can't be this weak, right?
I guess that'd be more of an insight check.
That's kind of what my character's doing right now. He's like, what? What? I'm so confused. So insight.
Well, I guess what are you trying to say for sure? Because are you trying to see like if they actually look tired?
Yeah, I'm just kind of a bit confused because I just watched them wake up. So
yeah,
like,
well, you would be, but you would be confused.
I'm really confused.
You don't know what happened in the cave.
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly.
I'm really confused.
Could have been up all night.
I'm just a
Yeah.
bit confuzzled.
Could
Can
have
I perform
studying.
Can I perform an insight check? Just to kind of figure out whether or not they're actually tired or not.
That's true. You
Yeah,
never
yeah.
actually saw us sleep in the cave.
Like
Yeah,
kind of like
make an
like,
insight check.
is it survival more like looking at like sort of their movements? Like, do they look droopy? Do they look tired?
Droopy.
Yeah, droopy's a thing.
Falling over like
I would say it's more insight or
More
perception.
insight. Okay, but all perception, you say?
Perception.
All right.
Yeah, these people don't look tired.
All right. I'm. This is bait. In that case, then. So they're just lying down. Like, describe it to me.
I mean, describe it yourselves however you would like to look.
Sitting like with my back against a rock,
Yeah, I just want to take
with
out
my
some
head.
rations and like
yeah.
start eating them, I guess.
Okay. I'm slowly going to approach now.
Yeah, so they're not necessarily sleeping.
They're not sleep. They're just taking a rest. Okay. But I'm aware of the fact that they're not tired, so I'm still a bit confused. But I'm just going to take advantage of it. And is there like is there like a layer above them?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna try and stealthily
Crawl
move.
down from above us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and stealthily move above them.
Okay, roll stealth.
Never mind.
we can
You
already see him anyway.
Absolutely. See/hear him scrambling up the rocks above you.
What's he doing?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still gonna pretend like I haven't noticed anything.
I'm gonna jump down in front of them, but as I do that, I use necrotic shroud.
Okay, what does that do? So both of you need to roll charisma saving throws.
And you
No.
fail. And you fail.
The two of
So,
you are both frightened.
frightened.
However, you are pinned against the wall, so you can't move towards him, but you also can't move away from him. So
That's
you're just
fine.
sort of pinned in place, scared as this guy crashes down in front of you. His eyes like glow like faintly purple for a minute as these skeletal wings emerge from his back.
What a freaky guy.
Alright, I'm gonna grab Daelar by the throat.
Okay.
I'm gonna smash him
Not
against
do
the
anything,
wall.
or am I just...
Would it have been one turn past yet?
I'll say
I can use an action to stop myself from being frightened.
I guess roll initiative, everyone.
Alright.
Oh, nat 21.
At 21, eh?
Nat 20, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'd say the nat 20 would trump Sean's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we would.
Normally he would have it, but the nat 20, that's I will say. So yeah, forgotten one. Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna rage,
Okay.
and then when I rage, I need to roll my 2d8s. Let's see what I get, shall we?
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay.
Look at these rolls.
All right. This will be
Wow, he
interesting.
used all of his bad rolls.
Yeah, all of his bad rolls on stealth, which didn't even matter.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick. I'm gonna take number 8. So,
Okay.
Michael, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm using it on Michael.
Okay.
He fails.
What happens?
So you're now blinded, and you take 1d6 radiant damage. As basically a bolt of light suddenly flares out of the Forgotten One's chest and hits you.
What's with this guy?
So you're now blind. And then I'm just gonna slowly start choking Daelar to death.
Okay.
While
Daelar-
laughing maniacally.
As I'm there, I'm like, drow.
Okay. Daelar, your turn. Currently being choked.
So, like,
Choke me
if I'm
harder.
frightened, does that mean I can't move towards him or, like, attack him?
I think it's with disadvantage, isn't it?
You can't move towards him. You can attack him, but with disadvantage.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna Misty Step that feet away.
Yeah. Which sort of yeah, where do you want to Misty Step to? So there's sort of like open space in front of you. I'll tell you what, I'll drag you to a somewhat map.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we're thinking about.
Where would you like to Misty Step to?
I'll go on top of the. Well,
Mhm.
yeah. Actually, I guess
Yeah.
I'd have to move as far away as possible. It would have to be like this way, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you don't necessarily need to move as far away as possible. It just means you can only move away from it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go this way anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what's it here? Yeah. And then throw a dagger at him.
Yep, that hits.
15 hit.
15 hits, but you take half the piercing damage
He's raging like a madman.
because he's raging.
So how much
So
is
yeah,
that then? That's
It'd be 4 plus 7, so 11. Yep, maths.
cool.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. That's your turn. Unless you've still got movement.
As a reaction, I re-roll my wild magic.
Okay.
Because whenever I take damage, I can do it.
Mhm. Cool.
Let me see what I get.
Can you do it when it's not your turn?
It's a reaction.
Yeah,
so
it's a reaction,
Ah.
so.
So I can get. Alright, yeah, fair. Okay, I take number 2, Paddy, and I teleport behind Daelar.
How far can you teleport?
30 feet.
Can't get behind
can
him.
I go in
You
front
can
of
get, you can get next to him.
Alright, I
yeah.
get next to him.
Alright. So yeah. Cool. Still your turn, technically, Daelar. You do have movement left. Does Daelar get to roll at the end of his turn to like break from the
From
frightened?
the necrotic shroud.
Yeah. It might be like it's usually they can repeat the save at the end of their turn. But I don't know if it is.
It just says become frightened until the end of your next turn. So I guess it just lasts until.
Yeah,
the
it
end
just
of-
lasts until my next turn, basically.
Oh yeah, until the end of your next.
The end of my next turn, yeah.
Yeah. So you staying where you are, Daelar?
Yeah.
Okay, Sang, your turn. You are blind though. That was the last thing
Okay,
you saw.
well,
Was just
first of
a
all-
bright light.
I'm just gonna choose to not be frightened.
hmm
I think that's an action.
Yeah, I believe it is.
You know what?
Do I-
You know what? I'm not frightened of you anymore.
Pretty much.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that scene.
Yeah.
Can I like tell from my hearing like where they might have gone? Like any movement?
Make a perception check. Yeah, you hear heavy breathing about 30 feet to your...
This guy breathes so loud I can hear him 30
well, I
feet
am,
away.
I am kind of raging, so...
Yeah. No, I was good. Yeah, you would just hear his like general like.
I'm gonna move all the way behind him.
Okay.
And can I bonus action punch?
Yes,
disadvantage?
with disadvantage.
That hits me.
Yep.
Boom, take that.
Alright, 6 damage.
So 6 damage. Your turn. Forgotten one.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't have disadvantage because I was flanking, so it would have just been normal. But didn't matter.
Yeah, either way. It's...
Okay, so...
Not that I would have known I'm flanking because I can't see.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would say in that scenario the flanking
Yeah.
doesn't quite apply.
You're still blind.
Yeah.
How long for?
Until the end of your next turn.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so does that mean it ended just then? Or does it end at the end of the next turn?
It says...
That's true, actually.
It says...
Necrotic Shroud one is your turn.
Yeah, the Necrotic Shroud is my turn.
If it's
And
the end of
then-
my next turn and you did it before my turn.
Oh no, sorry,
does
until
that
the
mean...
until the start of your next turn, so my next
The
turn,
start.
yes.
Yes.
Apologies.
So
okay.
yes.
You're-
So
you're-
right now.
You're right now, yes.
Okay, I can see you.
Yes. But it
I
is.
punched the right person.
Okay, so in that case, I am going...
Maybe surrender.
What, no, I'm just gonna attack Daelar, but like... Because Daelar's still frightened of me, right?
Yeah, it's to
Yeah,
the
until
end
the
of
end
your
of-
next turn.
Technically, yeah.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna like... grab Daelar by the throat, lift him up. Yeah. Lift him up, and like... kind
Make
of-
an opposed athletics check. So yeah, good at
Oh,
these.
this is my best.
Yeah, and it's not definitely something Adam Sean is better. So yeah, definitely get a good grapple on him as you lift him up.
So, and I kind of turn to Sang as I grip onto Daelar's throat and like slowly start crushing his windpipe.
Mhm.
And I turn to Sang and I go like, "Human, why do you accompany one of these scum?"
And can I talk when it's not my turn?
Yeah.
I'll say, he's my bounty. I need him alive.
Drow are only good dead. And I start crushing his throat even more.
Not this one.
Why not?
Because the other drow are after him too. If you hate drow, you'd do well to let him go.
So at this point, it is Daelar's turn.
This isn't a convincing argument, but go on.
Can I roll persuasion?
Not against another player.
Okay.
Can I stab him in his eyes?
with disadvantage, you can go for an attack. Certainly.
Is Sang flanking him?
Yes, so just be a regular roll.
Oh wait, I've got Drag Seeker done.
Is it
Oh.
sneak? Yeah, fair.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
technically.
someone within 5 feet.
Yeah.
It's
Feel the power of overpowered Daelar.
Rogues.
that's the sneak attack damage.
Alright, well I take
Hey.
half of all that then.
So yeah,
Half.
well, not the cold damage, which
No.
should be necrotic.
Oh no,
but,
I'm resistant to necrotic.
Oh, then you're actually resistant to all of Daelar's damage.
11 plus 4 plus 1.
I swear I changed this like more.
That's 16 in total.
Okay. I do a reaction to do my thing.
Well, I just want to say, like, after I stab him, I want to, like, can I teleport to the dagger, which, like, gets me out of his, like, strangling?
It's technically you wouldn't move anywhere, but
No, if,
you can move
Yeah, I guess that would get you out of it. Yes, but then it's now your reaction, so you do your thing.
Yeah. So I'll take number 7. So flowers and vines temporarily glow around you, and the ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain.
Cool.
Full story.
Yep.
Whose turn is it now?
oh, I've still got,
Yeah, still
Attack.
Daelar's.
yeah, I'll just attack him again. Does 14 hit?
Nope.
Is it not?
Well, my AC is 14. Does it hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It still hits.
Hey,
That's
you
fine.
try to get away with taking no damage.
Yeah, forgotten one.
There you go. I changed it to necrotic though now. So you take half of 31,
5,
50.
15, yeah.
15. Okay. All right.
Is that you done, Daelar?
Yeah.
Sang, your turn.
Okay, just gonna lay into this guy.
Yep.
So 6 and 5, so 11 total. Another 5.
Okay.
It's now your turn. Forgot more?
I haven't finished yet.
Okay.
I say you should really rethink. We can kill you, you know.
Many things have tried. Drow need to die for all they've done.
Like I said, not this one.
Who is after this one?
I guess do roll a persuasion check, actually.
Who is after this one?
Well, his own family, believe it or not.
I can believe it. I turn to Daelar. What did you do, Drow?
Just didn't kill someone they wanted me to kill.
A Drow with a conscience. I didn't think I'd see the day.
Just having like this weird conversation during the battle.
Well, I assume the battle's coming to an end. I'm getting ready to close the battle music, but
Yeah, I'm
Are we-
I'm calming down now. I'm letting my rage go.
say as things stop.
Glad to see you've come to your senses.
Senses, I lost those a long time ago. But if more Drow blood can be spilt, then you have my curiosity.
Mhm.
That was our goal.
You say, what is your end game here, Drow?
Well, because my family won't let things go, and put bounties on my head to try and get me captured, I've decided that it'd be easier just to take the fight to them.
You want to
Get rid of
take
the
down an
colonized route.
entire Drow house.
Basically.
I mean, yeah, just the important ones, really.
Might as well kill all of them.
I mean, if they get taken enough damage, the other houses will do it for us.
It's true. Drow are a cannibalistic race.
Maybe not literally, but
Yeah, not literally, but
I see your point.
They smell weakness in one, and stab them until that weakness turns into death. Yes, this is
So,
acceptable.
Why do you hate Drow? Also, what
Sounds
are
like a
you?
meeting of drow haters.
I
So,
was
why do you-
once.
We're all racist here.
I was
Want this pointy hat?
once. I was once a member of a
I
holy.
thought he was going to say the KKK.
Look, you're interrupting my roleplay. Stop it. I'm getting into
Okay,
character.
sorry, what were you saying?
I was once a holy being, an Azamar of light. I ventured down here with an adventuring company. Oh, must have been 100 moons ago. They died, but I lived, only to be forsaken by those who once knew me, and those that I called master. They have all forgotten me, so I stayed and waged my own war against the denizens of the dark. For if the light does not come down here, I turn the darkness against those who pretend to claim it as an ally.
But that doesn't explain why you hate the Drow so much.
Because the drow are a festering, rotten cancer upon this world,
Jeez.
But why?
reaping misery and pain. The weepings
see.
of widows and the wails of children abducted by these drow monsters from the upper realms to be used as slaves
Mm.
in the deep dark, and all of those names forgotten. I stand for those who have been forgotten by the ones who took them, the ones they were taken by, and the ones who should have protected them. And I deliver my bloody justice upon the slavers of these cities.
No, I think we will get along very well, Mr.
My name is long. My name is long lost.
And what shall we call you?
The drow call me the Forgotten One.
Okay.
All right, I'll call you Forgotten.
Yes, that
One.
is acceptable.
Forgotten. Maybe I could call you.
Whatever you call me, point me in a direction of those you need killing, and they will die.
Oh, now, don't be hasty. Now, we all have the same goals here. But there's more to it than just, running in there and murdering Drow.
Yes, I'm not stupid. I've been here for hundreds of years. You
Okay,
don't
just
survive in
checking.
the Underdark by being stupid. I'm not a dwarf.
That's really racist.
I'm role-playing a character,
I know.
Michael.
I know, I was
Racist
whispering to
against
Daelar.
I can hear you. I don't know what racism is. It sounds new. Is this some weird Uplander thing?
Anyway. What does he actually look like a human, or does he look kind of weird? Like, would
Yeah,
he
he looks-
stand out in a crowd?
he looks basically like a human, which I mean, a human
He
does.
can like blend in.
does- I mean, in the Underdark, a human does stand out in the crowd.
Oh, okay.
My eyes are
Then,
like a really bright purple, though.
Yeah, his eyes are the only thing that sort of make him
Said
look
that, like, in your character voice.
unhuman. Yeah, his,
Look,
Yeah.
if I don't stay in the character voice, I forget what it sounds like.
Okay. Well, Mr. Forgotten, would you like to join us if Daelar agrees? We can work together.
The terms.
Yeah.
If this drow so much takes any attempt to backstab me, he dies. But other than that, I am in agreement of this.
All right.
But I do not trust you,
That would do.
drow. You
I don't
human.
trust you either. You.
You human, on the other hand, it's weird to see your kind down here. So your story makes sense.
What story?
that you want to kill all these drow like you've just been telling me?
Oh, that story.
Oh, yeah, that one. No.
The one story.
Isn't that the whole
course.
reason you're here?
Yes, it is.
Well, what do you want to do next, then?
Well, we're on our way back to Esdar. That's where the headquarters, or at least that's where one of the main bosses, if you like, is located.
I see. And how do you plan to kill him?
Well, I have some ideas, but obviously we need to come up with a more detailed plan as we get closer to the city. See how it lies.
Okay. Let us make our way. Come, follow me.
Or you follow us.
I know these paths better than you.
Can we have a roll off to see who knows them better?
I guess we have to better roll survival checks.
Can we do that, Patrick? Competitive survival checks?
Yep.
He's on the loo again.
He's been in the bathroom.
I roll survival.
I roll survival. No! He's actually good. Alright,
Damn,
I submit to your
that's good.
superior knowledge of these areas.
Michael, you're unable to roll the good survival check.
Yeah. It's just a matter of life.
Yeah. You should make your next character like super high in survival, and then you'll still
They
roll
still
poorly.
roll
Yeah.
terribly. Right, let's go, Mr. Forgotten.
So yeah,
Lead the way.
you follow the Forgotten One towards Estar. As you guys are traversing these plains, make a perception check, all of you. They are with advantage.
Oops, that's the wrong. Oh, I rolled better on my performance.
Well, Daelar and the Forgotten One, the two of you notice sort of. So the city is directly ahead of you, sort of off to your left. You see like a faint purple light glowing in the dark that seems to grow slightly brighter, and then splits into three smaller lights.
Do I know what this is, Patrick?
Not necessarily. I'll say Daelar and Sang, the two of you would recognize the purple light.
As
Are they Cypods?
Cypods.
quick, we need to get down.
Take cover.
Everybody roll stealth.
Cypods from Esdar.
Yes, I rolled a good stealth check.
Yes, the one time you needed to.
Yay!
The Forgotten
Yeah.
One can stealth. He stealths better than Sang.
So there's probably still like a good sort of 200 feet, even as they pass by, like at the closest possible point. So you're not like super close, but you do see three pods. Yeah, just speed by. These things go at like pretty fast speeds, probably close to 200 miles an hour.
Nice.
Just like boom.
They might be searching for us.
Or returning.
Yeah, nice.
So they were
Are they heading towards the city now?
No, so so the city's ahead of you. They were on the left. They zoom past, and then they're now heading on your right. So they're not necessarily. Yeah, they're going that direction.
Okay, well, I guess let's carry on. Looks like they didn't spot us.
You
Are
can.
we going towards the sea? I thought we were gonna be like going around it.
We are. We've gone around it, haven't we? Isn't that what we're doing? We're approaching it from a different angle.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say at this point you could
Okay.
have. Which side of the city would you like to enter from? There. Bearing in mind you fled from the north.
I think we should come from the east.
Okay. Just so as I know. Tool.
Just so I know.
So
Maybe
you,
more like southeast. What do you think?
Yeah. Also, I don't know if we should just like walk up to it and like they might have like
How else are we going to get inside the city?
no, but like we should like think of something first. They might have like wanted
Okay.
posters or something.
Also, two of you look like humans, and also Daelar's a wanted person, so yeah, pretty much all
Yeah.
three of you are going to stand out.
Well, I have a plan for blending in, but we need to get inside the city first to enact my plan.
You would have places in the city as well.
But if they say this city was controlled by my family.
So in theory, it's controlled by all of the six like main races that dominate this big cavern, but really, it's controlled by the Drow,
So
like
you know,
properly.
there could be like people among the guards who like work for my family though.
Hmm.
Like, so if we like try to approach, they could just like tip off.
Yeah, is there like walls around around the outpost, the city, or
There are no walls actually. No, it's all
Okay,
just sort of
I might be able
like
to sneak in?
yeah. There's like outlying
Mm.
sort of
Are there like
that
like a,
slum area?
like a
yeah. There'd be
trade
like
convoy or something as well?
yeah. There'd be trade convoys coming in and out.
What if we just like
Sure.
kind of attached ourselves to one of them?
But I mean, they'd still see us. wouldn't
Okay.
Like,
Maybe we can sneak through the slums then, like you said.
Yes, sneaking through the slums is potentially the best idea.
You happy
Okay.
with that, Daelar?
yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of like what we're gonna do after we get in there.
Well, I have some ideas about that.
I also have a couple of ideas.
Look how vague everyone is in this group.
Well, none of us trust on each other, so
I don't have good social skills. These are the first two people I've talked to in like years.
I just
Fair.
don't trust anybody.
But if you're going to enter through the slums would be on like the eastern side.
Okay.
So,
Good job we wanted to enter via the east anyway. Wow, my voice is
Yeah.
sticking out. Hold on,
Right.
hold on.
just for reference as well, the Drow, like, 'cause of the 6 outposts, which imagine they're like in a hexagonal sort of formation, the Drow one would be the bottom left. So the south, west, and west.
Part of the city.
No, these outposts are like separate
Oh.
from the city, but just like so you know.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, you head in through the slums.
So is this the bottom left one?
No, this is the main city.
This is the one in the middle.
Drow
Yeah.
specific. This is the one owned by like everyone.
Yeah, Estar is the big
Oh,
one in the
right,
middle,
okay, yeah,
and then there's
Yeah,
like
then they each
and then
each
there's
race
this-
has their own.
then there's
Yeah.
6 smaller outposts, each owned by individual ones.
Do we,
And
have,
yeah, just
do we have a map of this?
no, but like I can just draw it. So we got Estar, and then you've got like outpost.
Imagine like we're just drawing this in the
outpost.
sand to like make
wait.
a plan.
Yeah, outpost. You've got the Drow one here. This is Estar, the big one. I've actually got a name for the Drow one as well, which you would called Ven Aldrith.
Then Aldrich.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
But as far as you know, Ravel is based in Estar.
And that's where I would have like grown up. Is that right?
Yes, you grew up in Estar, the big one, and then like then you got like the cavern itself, which is like this sort of size. And imagine from longest point to longest point, it's like 60 miles. So pretty big space.
Interesting.
There are plenty of places for us to hide within the city.
Yes.
Making your way in through the storms, you're not gonna do anything to like hide yourselves. Again, all 3 of you. We're not.
Yeah.
Daelar wouldn't stand out per se.
I mean, I'm like, I've got my mask on again, so like you can only like see my eyes, kind of thing.
Is there anything you can do, Forgotten One, to sort of hide?
I pull a hood over my head.
Yeah, I'd say you would
Oh,
have like a ragged hood.
I still have a mask.
Might want to take off your goggles,
Yeah,
Daelar.
I
They're
was gonna
kind
say
of
they
like,
might recognize the goggles. I'm like, I don't need the goggles in the Underdark anyway, so
Mhm.
I'll just take them off and like use a normal mask.
Cool. Everyone is masked up. You nice and protected.
Except for me, I don't believe in it.
Okay. So
Heading in through the slums, you see sort of like there's little like shanties and a lot of sort of bugbears and orcs and like a load of goblins as well. Just it seems like a pretty grim place. as you were strolling in? I assume like you're not trying to like sneak in per se, just sort of.
Not sneak, but obviously proceeding with caution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you do definitely get some looks from people. What are you doing?
Where are your hideouts?
Well, I guess we could find somewhere in the slums. Whereabouts is like Daelar's family's place in the city?
Again, you don't know.
Well, I guess our first job is to find that out.
Hmm.
But I guess they would be in like the rich part of the city.
Which would basically just be the middle.
Yeah.
Further out you get, worse off.
Well, Revel, we know that he likes to go watch the side pod racing, so
Mm.
might be
But that's
easier to
too
target him. Like,
that's too
Yeah.
open though, because you remember last time he had like tons of people around him, and then there's all the spectators in the stands, and it's a very public place.
I mean, the other option is like attacking him when he's at like the
Which will be
actual
when
residence
he's
where there's going to be like
least
guards and everything.
suspecting.
Public humiliation works better. You humiliate a drow family in public, the others start plotting immediately.
Well, I think I have a better way of getting to him. I'm pretty sure I could get inside his household without too much trouble.
As a human,
Yeah. Might be more humans, than you think down here, just not so openly. Then I'll actually I guess we're like, where are we right now?
Just like making your way through the slums. So you're technically in the city, just on the outskirts.
I'll just like pull the other two aside in the corner, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then like lift up the sleeve on my shirt
Mhm.
and show them my like tattoo
do I
and
recognize
describe it to you.
this tattoo?
Just gonna see if I can get a photo.
Just live, laugh, love.
I wish.
That's exactly what the sigil looks like. Other drow houses have like similar sigils, where it's not like a lion or a bird. It's like weird like runic symbols. But that's the one.
Which house is
House. That's House Solarians.
Would you recognize that?
that?
I assume you
Yeah,
would.
he would recognize that.
Okay. But so what? We just planning to like walk up and enter? Because I mean, they might recognize you and like recognize you from the incident at the sci-fi racing. So.
They didn't get a particularly good look at me.
Well, they got a pretty good look.
I did have like the mask on the whole time and things. So they wouldn't recognize my face. Could potentially be a way in. After all, I'm not sure you know what that symbol means.
It means House Solarian, obviously.
Yeah. But as to why I have it.
Would I know why?
Probably, yeah. You know that, like, obviously, whenever your house gets slaves, you got to make sure you know who they belong to.
It's like a brand, I guess.
Yeah.
A slave, huh?
X, as you can see.
Yes, most respectable. How did you get away?
And that's a story for another time.
I assume it involved death.
But my point is, when they saw me last, they saw a mercenary, a fighter. They didn't see just another slave.
It's true. It's
and
not like
and
they
I
pay
know how to
attention.
blend in.
So when they commissioned you to take the bounty, they didn't know about you being a slave?
Well, they didn't commission me directly.
It's either this or I massacre everyone in the gladiatorial arena. So,
I mean, that sounds good.
Besides, it's not like they keep track of their slaves particularly well. I'm sure you know how Drow are. They don't really care much about individuals.
Yeah. But I
So
mean,
it could be
like,
worth trying. And if it all goes wrong, then we can always go back to plan B.
kill everyone.
Yeah.
I like
mean-
the sound of Plan B.
Would they, like, if you were a slave, like, why would they just like let you in to their residence?
They have people coming and going, things like that. There are ways to blend in.
I mean, my alternatives are murdering everyone in the gladiatorial arena fight or starting a slave revolt, so. You know.
Yeah, if there's any other questions any of you guys have about the city, like things you might want to.
Is there a gladiatorial arena? So I need to stop speaking like that.
Yes.
Is there a gladiatorial arena?
There is absolutely a gladiatorial arena, a very famous one. In fact, Estar is known for its gladiatorial arena.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Like, again, sort of going back over to the campaign now, but part of the reason Gampus would know about this place is because
He's been there.
he would definitely have been to Estar. It's like the place to go
Um,
for like entertainment.
And yet he's
So it's
still
what-
getting
it's-
everyone lost.
It's why the Cypods.
well, he
he's
didn't
not-
take.
he's not
He
necessarily
didn't go
come
there
from
by
that
his own
direction.
choice.
Yeah. The Underdark still just because I've been to like just because I've been to America doesn't mean I'll be able to get my way there.
It's the equivalent of like getting on a plane somewhere and then being like, I can find my way there on foot.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can find my way on foot to America. Just walk across the Atlantic.
That wasn't the best analogy.
I mean, you might not necessarily arrive in the right spot though.
No.
True, true.
But Queen's Google Maps exists.
But
Not in
not in
D&D.
this, not in D&D.
Fine. You win.
But yeah, absolutely would be gladiatorial arenas. Again, like the Cypod racing, the gladiatorial arenas. This place is known for its its games.
So
When I
in
say
some
games,
ways,
yeah.
we could do both plans. Maybe. If we don't want to attack him inside, maybe I can sneak in and find out kind of where he's going to be, what his habits are. Then we could know where he's going to be, how many people are going to be with him. That kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe like taking him out like when he's en route somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. When he's vulnerable.
I still maintain that a public ambush is one of our best plans.
Well, it could well be a public ambush, but when he's least prepared for one.
Yes, fair enough.
And if
Where
it
are you
goes
guys?
wrong, then we're just back where we started. So
Okay, so shall we just try like having you like observe for a few days?
yeah,
First, you got to get in. So, what's your first plan of action? What's your first point of call?
okay. Well, first of all, we need to find out
Slum's not,
exactly.
like connected to the city.
Well, they are, but we need to get. I need to get inside the, like his house, kind of compound area, I guess, wherever it would be. So we need to find out where it is first.
So there's plenty of people who know in the slums.
True. Is that like a little tavern or something where we can ask somebody in the slums?
Not necessarily in the slums. I would say, like, as you're sort of getting on the border of like the slums in the main city, you'd see sort of a drinking spot.
Hmm. Okay. Who wants to go and ask? Seeing as I'm sneaking in, it probably shouldn't be me.
There are a few drow around.
Did they have like I don't know, like
Any identifying symbols or
Yeah.
anything?
No. Just no markings or anything.
Maybe it's best not to ask a drow in case they actually work for.
Plenty of other races as
Yeah.
well. Lots of Duergar, a few Sverfneblin.
How about you ask one of the Drogar or something, Daelar? You could say that you're an envoy from another or you're just looking for them for some
in the
reason.
slums.
Well, you just entered the city. They don't necessarily need to know. Yeah, just like, could you point me in the direction of where House Solarin are?
Hmm.
You're new to the city, something like that.
And then I'm guessing a lot of people here have like resentment, so that would probably like draw a lot of unwanted attention. Like they might, oh, you're with the Zolarans, or
Ah, true. Yeah, a lot of infighting. Maybe we could just ask generally about the different houses in the area, like the different, like the people to know, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
Just say we're new in town and want to know like who to watch out for, kind of thing.
Or is there like, I mean, I wonder if there's like a place where you can like. Actually, no, that wouldn't work.
Any ideas, forgotten one?
Yeah, because we want to like stay as low profile as possible.
Yeah.
Asking specific questions in the Underdark is a dangerous thing. You're more likely.
What if we just ask generally, like who's the big people in town that we need to know about?
You won't find much help around here. The Drow quarters are located in the south of the city.
That's not what he meant.
You want the Drow, no?
Did you mean the Drow quarters are in the south of the city? Or is it that you meant the Drow outpost is in the south of the cavern?
It's this, isn't it?
Yes, the Drow outpost
This
is
is
in the
not
south.
this is not the city. This is the city.
Yes.
Oh,
The whole thing is the cavern.
Yeah, the whole thing is.
so wait, are we here then?
We're in the middle.
You would technically be. Let me draw in a different color. Yeah, like here, like technically in the city, but on the outskirts.
So he said like the wealthy places are going to be in the middle. So that's most
Yeah.
likely. They're most likely in the middle somewhere.
It'd be easier to try and find it ourselves if we make our way towards the middle.
Yeah, probably.
The less
Okay.
questions we ask, the better it is that we remain undetected.
Go on. I guess we'll try and make our way to the middle.
Okay.
I guess would I like recognize it once I saw it, kind of thing?
Recognize what?
Like his house area.
Again, you would know like the general like
Mm.
vicinity of the more wealthy people, but you wouldn't necessarily like know his specific house.
Oh wait,
Okay.
actually, yeah. So did Zhao not? So when Zhao was at Slater, was she not in Esther then?
I was.
Yeah, you were in Estar. Oh yeah, I guess you would have been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
Would I
right,
not-
yeah. Yeah, you then you would know the
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've already been there, guys.
That's why I was confused why Patrick was not like saying I wouldn't know where it was.
Okay, yeah. In that case, you would know that you would know of a general area in Estar that they frequent, but then you would also know that, generally speaking, they stayed more in the outpost.
Like, you mean this
In-
outpost?
Yeah, in Ben Aldreth. And yeah, so that's where they would actually like stay. They would sometimes like stay a little bit in the city if there's like
Yeah.
games going on, but they would mainly stay in the outpost.
How long does it take to travel from Esther to the outpost?
On foot, about a day, but on a side pod, like a couple hours, maybe, like if that. On a side pod, you could do it super quick. Or they don't tend to really use them that much for travel because, like I said, they do run out fairly quickly. But there's enough gas in the tank to get you from A to B.
What exactly have they got here in Esda?
With regards to what?
Like when they stay here, like do they have their own compound
Yeah.
type thing? Or?
Yeah, they would have their own compound. It's technically like connected to other compounds. Imagine like a giant hotel. I'm talking like bigger than any hotel I can feasibly think of. And they would have like a good section of them.
Yeah. So that's where I like obviously stayed. So I didn't go to their outpost.
You probably, yeah, we'll say you would have just stuck to Esther.
Yeah. That's fine. We don't. I guess it would be hard to go to the outpost anyway because we'd obviously stand out an awful lot more in a totally drought area.
Mhm.
Like that would immediately raise questions.
Yeah.
Whereas here we might get funny looks, but they're not gonna.
So yeah,
quiz us too much.
you definitely know like the place to go. So, yeah, apologies for that. I just, so.
Yeah, that's all right. So in that case, I know exactly where to go.
So as you're making your way through the city,
But to start with, though, I'll need like a kind of disguise.
thank God.
Yeah, I'm not obviously gonna walk in like I am right now. But, I would know as well what kind of clothing like slaves would wear and stuff.
Yeah, you could get yourself some generic slave clothing easily enough. Daelar, you would probably also need to change.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also want to get some.
Yeah.
Can I also get contact lenses? Like, do they exist? Like, or a way to change your eye color? Because I'm pretty sure, was it Zara Zord, like, recognized me from my eye color?
Yes, it did. There would be ways. There wouldn't be contact lenses per se. I'd say you could like ask around and see, try and see if you can find a way of doing it.
Are you sneaking in as well then, or are you waiting for me
No,
to
but
do
I
it?
just don't want to be like
I see.
recognized when we're walking
I
around.
see.
Maybe
So
so
there's
like a mask that covers my eyes. Like,
yeah, I say like the mask you've got could like cover your eyes.
like sunglasses, I don't know.
In the Underdark.
You put some like
Got
dark
some really
lenses
bad
inside his goggles.
sensitivity.
He's the cool drow. All the cool drow are doing, wearing sunglasses.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure you know when you're out to like a nightclub and
It's
there's
like
people
this
wearing sunglasses.
gang of like adolescent drows just like hanging around on street corners wearing sunglasses.
Make an intelligence for me, Daylight.
Oh, you're not that smart.
I'll give you. I was gonna say maybe with advantage, but that's still only an 11. So I'll say no. Never mind.
Oh, come on.
Never mind. Yeah, you gotta ask around if you want to know some things. I mean, Sang, you would know like places to go to get clothing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily change your icon. But like I said, the map is...
So I'd like to go somewhere obviously to buy what I need.
Say that's easy enough.
How much does that cost?
To get there? If you're literally buying slave rags, like a couple of silver.
Okay.
Cool. Beware of like the magic items you've got on you.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah.
No worry,
Because I think
forgotten.
you've got like what, braces, a sword, and something else.
Don't worry. Yeah, I didn't forget all about. I didn't forget about.
Yeah, same with you, Daelar. I guess to a lesser extent, but because you're not actually going in.
Also, I think everything's usually like under my cloak anyway. Like,
yeah, the daggers are on your belt, which is under your cloak.
I mean, the only thing would be the. Oh wait, no, actually, the cloak is a magic item. I just realized. Okay, well, I'll have to get a new cloak.
Let's see, what have I got?
Yeah, you might have to put the cloak away.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'll get like just a general outfit, like.
Again, I'd say like just a couple of silver for like just a sort of a new outfit.
What's Forgotten One wearing? Is he just keeping the
Nothing.
same, or is...
he's not got any armor on, so he's
Okay.
kind of fine in what he's wearing.
Cool. In that case, before I like head off to go and sneak in, I'm gonna hand over my magic items to Daelar.
What is it? The sword, the braces, and
the bag,
something else?
The sword, the braces, which will had what is it? +2 to AC was the braces.
Okay.
Oh wait, they're in the thing. Okay. Are they wondrous items? Braces of defense. +2 AC, so I'm down to 18, which is pretty good. And can I keep the amulet of health? What does that look like?
It's just like an amulet that you wear around your neck, so I'd still say it's probably.
It's quite obvious. Yeah, I'll have to take that.
Do you remember what your old Constitution score was?
Yes, I actually wrote that down.
Well done. Thank
Constitution
you.
was originally 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you
think ahead. Yeah.
Change that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave them in my inventory, but just so you're aware, I'm not gonna
Yeah, they're
having
not.
them. So I'll put all of
Yeah.
those in the bag of
The
holding.
Forgotten One is getting anxious and wishes to kill Drow.
Calm yourself, Forgotten One. Time will come. So I'm gonna put them in the bag and say, look after them. To Daelan.
Okay.
I'll need those back.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's a bit of camaraderie.
I'm gonna go immediately sell them.
And then I guess you head off towards the big hotel place.
Yes.
Okay. While you're off doing that, what are the other two of you doing? What are you Forgotten One and Daelar?
No, I guess we'll like stay like around the area because we never said to Zhao what to do afterwards.
Oh yeah, we should have come up with a meeting point.
It's too late now.
I mean, you can quickly run back.
Before I walk off, wait, hang on. Where
Yeah,
are we gonna
you,
meet?
you like get around the corner and then quickly walk back.
We'll give it like 2 or 3 days, I think. Shall we meet back in the slums?
I need to kill things.
Well, I'm sure you could find something to occupy yourself in the meantime.
Where is the
Yeah,
blood?
we'll meet back in the slums, like maybe near where we entered.
Alright then.
How many days specific?
Give it like 2 or 3.
Specifically.
Time.
Okay.
Well, it depends how things go, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe if they check back there like every day, at least once.
I want to
At a
find
certain
a fighting
time of
pit.
day?
Yeah, certain. Well, do we have a concept of time?
I mean, watches do exist, so you could get a watch. I don't think anyone's got one. But,
No, well, I definitely can't take one with me.
Yeah.
Is there like a clock in the city that we can see?
No.
No Big Ben?
No, not in Estar.
Okay.
So do people like operate like when they're like working and stuff? Like, do they not? Like,
True. Yeah, there would
have,
still be like
set time,
yeah, there would still be a general time of day when
Mm.
people are out and about doing things, and a time of day when
Yeah.
people are more quiet. I mean, the streets here are still busy at night for obvious
Yeah.
reasons, but not. They would probably be a little less.
Maybe we'll just have to say check back once a day, and
Hope
I'll
we
just,
run into each other.
if I go there, then I'll try and hang around. So if if you're checking back, I'll be able to see you because I'll try and hang around that area. So basically, that means I'm also going to put all of my gold in the bag of holding as well, obviously. So I'll have
mine now.
literally nothing.
You're gonna say potions all gone.
Yep, nothing.
Yep.
I'm not gonna bring like a normal weapon, like a regular sword or something. Like,
Nope.
Yeah, that gets
Also,
searched.
I don't need one.
Yeah, you kind of don't. Yes.
yeah, I just thought
I'm
it
a monk.
would look weird if you walk in with absolutely nothing.
It would look more weird if I walked in with something.
I don't know. Okay, well.
But yeah. What are you doing, Daelar and Forgotten One, when Sang gone?
I wish to kill things. Is there a fighting pit nearby?
You could certainly inquire into a fighting pit.
I wish to find a fighting pit.
You
Imagine
going
he like goes into a fighting pit, just dies.
Are you looking? Are you looking for just like a shady generic one, or like you do want to go enter one of the big ones?
Probably not a good idea to enter one of the big ones at the moment. I go for shady generic, where there are small time fry people for me to kill.
That's what you think until you roll actual ones and die.
I'll say, how do you go about just like wandering around the city till you see one, or are you gonna ask around, or?
I smell the blood.
There's a lot. There's kind of blood everywhere in a city like this.
Yeah, no. Can the Forgotten One provide? Hey, I mean, he's been in the Underdark for hundreds of years, right? So, like,
Yeah.
Well, he's really forgotten.
I guess I'm forgotten. Yeah.
Roll credits.
Can I like take a guess?
And if you sign up for like a tournament or something, and then they just forget about you.
So yeah, I guess
It's my turn.
you're just sort of wandering around.
Yes.
Daelar, what are you doing? Are you going with him, or are you doing your own?
I guess I'll go to like the drinking spot and just like listen to like
Waiter.
what the people are talking about.
It's gonna lollygag.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have a drink. Like,
Yeah.
like next to me, so it looks like I'm actually
Okay.
there.
So you don't get kicked out for not
Yeah.
purchasing anything?
I'm just gonna
Okay.
sip it like really slowly.
Yeah.
Like,
Over the
you
course
know,
of
we've got free-
several hours.
Free
Several
refills here, you
days.
know?
This drink's got so many flies in it.
It's a mega pint.
I'll say, Daelar, as you're just sitting back listening to general chat throughout the day, there's like a little bit of talk of the two of you, like, oh, there was these people who caused the ruckus at the side racing the other day, stuff like that. But is there anything in particular you're sort of trying to listen out for?
Well, I probably like basically just anything like Zolaran related, or maybe there's like a thing about like them and like another house like getting into like an altercation or something.
Mm.
Like, who are their friends? Like, who are their enemies?
Okay.
Stuff like that.
I'll say roll a d20 for me. Pretty darn. No, don't necessarily hear anything particularly Zolaran related, other than recent altercations. As you're just sort of like sat there for a while, eventually a drow comes up to you, says, "I'm a local around here, and I do not recognize you. Who are you?"
I'm new in town. Just like take a drink.
A name, if you please, and what does your mask look like?
I think it
A
was just
picture
like
of someone else's face on
plain-
it.
There's a picture of my own face on it.
Pull it down.
Psych.
Like, what do you want to know my name so badly?
Just curious. We don't get many of your type around here, and by your type I mean people who just sit and listen for an hour. I have been watching you for some time.
So you are the same type as me then?
That's how I know it, and there's not many of us around here.
Oh, I'm just trying to catch up on the local happenings without having to actually interact with people.
Ah, a man after my own heart. Well, I am fairly well versed as someone who sits in these sort of places and just listens all day.
This is the weirdest conversation I've had. It's like, I also am antisocial.
If you have any questions
also
to ask,
super edgy.
ask away. I may be able to.
Is there anywhere hiring around here? Do you know?
Perhaps. The Fomorians are looking for more guards, more slaves, as always. The Drow House Solaran had a bit of a mishap the other day. They've been hiring more guards.
Think about them.
There are a few places here and there.
Can I walk into this tavern?
You walk into the tavern. There's a bit of a mix of races here, but
Can I like tell if he was like telling the truth when he was like saying he was like a local, and like how
make
I see he was like lying or like trying to get more information out of me?
make an insight check. 16. Hard to read, honestly. This seems like a very well-versed individual. Wouldn't give things away even if they were, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were lying.
Okay.
Forgotten one, as you walk in, did you want to do anything specifically?
I just look around. How many drow do I see?
Group
Start killing them, is it?
group of about 6, another group of about 4, and then there's Daelar and the person he's talking to, who is also a drow.
Okay. I clench my teeth and grind them like Stannis.
Is your breathing intensify?
No, I'm not raging yet.
Can I hear
Yeah.
him breathing from
no,
miles away?
no, he's not breathing now.
Okay.
I walk over to the bar.
Near enough to Daelar and this.
I take a seat at the bar and I get a drink.
You having a mega pint?
The Forgotten One does not drink mega pints. The Forgotten One drinks mega liters.
It's a fan of the metric system.
The Forgotten One plots on how to kill all these drow.
The guy you were speaking to, Daelar, just sort of gets up quickly. Says, "Well, I can tell you, not one for talking, but I'll remember that man." He wanders off, leaves the vicinity.
Where's he gone?
Out into the street.
Damn it. I was gonna murder him.
Try and follow him.
Sure. Stealthily.
Yes.
While checking for traps?
In the middle of a city street. What are you doing for God? What are you following as well? Or are you just going to leave him to it?
I guess I follow.
Forgotten One is stealthy, but
Forgotten One is
It's
not
just-
particularly stealthy.
Not really.
I pick up my drink and I like.
Oh, you can't take the glass out of it.
I down it in one.
Cool. Down your megaliter. And
Then I leave.
see a roll stealth for me as well, please.
Never said I was being stealthy.
Oh, okay. You were just following him out, right?
I'm pretending. I'm pretending to be a bit like intoxicated, like I've been wandering from tavern to tavern.
Okay, in that case, make a deception.
Oh God, deception is not good.
It's okay. So you follow this individual towards the sort of center area, but before you'd get to like the super rich part, you'd see him wander into a sort of modest estate. Nothing too fancy, but a decent one.
Are there any like symbols or like a sign saying which house it belongs to?
No outlying symbol.
I'm just gonna
Think.
take note of the location, and then I'm gonna go buy a new mask.
Okay. What does this one look like?
Go for like a cloth mask this time. Like
Trying to think actually. You would see a sign on the door that says JB. So it's not like a drow house per se. It's not one of the noble houses. You would see a JB.
okay.
Forgotten One, you've sort of been following with him.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want to do for the rest of your day?
I need to find things to kill.
Oh yeah, you were looking for a fighting pit, weren't you?
Yes.
So yeah, we'll say eventually find a cheap pit that you can enter. There's a number of different races who are fighting in this
Yes.
low wages pit. But how do you approach? How do you?
I walk up to the organizer of the pit and I go.
Mhm.
What race is the organizer?
He is a bugbear.
Okay, that's fine.
And they.
I walk up to this bugbear and I go, I want to kill things. You got space?
Where is he?
He's in like a fighting pit thing.
Okay.
He just like gives you a little grin. We've always got space. Name? Like it's like a sheet because he's got like or like what you go by? We have a few. Everyone sort of goes by a fighting name.
Oh, just call me the Forgotten One.
No, it's right. So very nice. Very. After a few little fights, he says, "Well, actually, he would say, do you have any weapons?"
I've got a giant warhammer on my back, so yes.
You didn't mention that before, so I wasn't sure if you
That's
actually.
true. Yes, you would have noticed in your travels, fair Daelar and Sang, that the Forgotten One has a giant warhammer over his back.
Yeah,
Wow.
you didn't use it in the
I
fight. Which is
suddenly
why I
remember
was
seeing his giant warhammer.
I was even trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, he really can't be stealthy. But go ahead and roll me a d6. Adam.
Done.
Maybe you just
2.
picked up the warhammer from someone he randomly killed.
Eventually, your fight comes around, and you are faced against a. Let me just.
Forgotten One is gonna get killed.
You are faced against the Duergar.
Whoa.
Oh.
This particular Duergar has like a really long, really scraggly grey beard, and a little bit of madness to his eyes as he steps out on
It's
the side.
Ulfgar as if he went crazy. The underdog.
So Ulfgar, because you guys are all about to go mental in the episode. Yeah, so yeah, you were facing off against this guy. It's just in a very small, circular, like dirt ground fighting pit. You are announced as the Forgotten One, and everyone's like, mysterious.
Welcome to the Imperial Arena.
My golly gosh, it's the Forgotten One.
May I follow you around?
Shine your shoes.
He's going up against the Mind Master.
The what?
The what, sorry?
The Mind Master.
The Mind Master. Okay, do I need to roll initiative?
Yeah, go on then.
Give me some combat music. Oh, I can roll again? Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah, get
Mind
cut.
Master.
Yeah, you're up first then.
Alright, I rage.
Yep. Show me that. Rage.
Let's see what I get. Oh, I can choose anything.
Oh,
Yeah, you can choose any.
Okay, let's go with number 8. Let's make him roll a constitution saving throw.
I would have thought they'd be quite good at that.
Con save.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a Mind
Nope.
Master means.
He fails. He's now blind.
Terrible.
But, right as the fight starts, a flash of light bursts out of you, and the Mind Master goes
Is that
blind.
Blind, just one target, or like?
No, just one.
Just
It's a target of my choice.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like I let out a billowing raging roar, and then yeah, it just like a wild magic shoots out my chest and blinds him. And as I'm raging Patrick, I just charge him.
Yep. So rage is a bonus action, so still your action.
Yep. And then I... Hang on a second. Okay. Where's the critical damage thing? Alright, I use my Warhammer and I attack.
Go for it. Hits. 10 damage.
And then... yeah, I do it again?
What level are you, by the way? I've
Yeah.
forgotten one.
Same as you.
Same as you guys.
Oh,
14.
wow.
So you should get to attack.
Yeah, no, I'll do it again. Yeah.
Hits. For another 14.
14.
Okay, it's
21
now
total.
his turn.
He is
He-
blind.
He is blind, but he's just gonna go invisible.
He's just gonna go invisible.
Mhm.
Okay. That's fine.
And yeah, he wanders about.
In this very small ring.
Yeah,
You think it's
but
about to
he's waiting till he's not blind. So your turn.
I use magic awareness.
Is that a thing you have?
Oh yeah.
What does it do?
Detects a presence of concentrated magic. So I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of me. So because he's using a spell,
Yeah,
I can.
I guess you would see him.
Yeah, I just smack him with my warhammer then.
Well, yeah, well, it'd still be disadvantage, but you would know like the general
where he
area of
is.
him.
Yeah, where he is.
Yeah. So yeah, make your attack with disadvantage. Misses.
Okay.
And hits.
Yep.
Another 10.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So it's uninvised.
Yep.
It's then going to use its action to enlarge itself. And it grows one size, so it goes from small to medium, but it's like a chunky medium.
Okay. Well, it's just like a wide boy, you know, the wide boy meme. It's like walking down the hallway.
It's then going to attack you twice.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That looks so weird.
Okay. I mean,
So 13 points plus 6 plus 16.
Yep.
As you slice, and the is literally only hitting you with a dagger, but every time it hits you,
Yeah, it's
you get
just
a
like it.
sharp pain in your head.
Oh, in that case, I react.
Mhm.
Oh,
Find him again.
again. All right.
Oh, and actually, it's a size larger, so I actually should have rolled extra damage on.
It's the damage.
This is halved, so it'd be 4 halved to 2 and 3 halved to 1. So an extra.
Extra free
Could have
damage.
just halved 7.
Yeah. Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna blind him again. Do the con save.
All right. Another con save.
Yep. Yeah,
Fails.
blind
Is
again.
Blind again.
All right.
He's pretty frustrated.
Your turn.
Yep.
All right, my turn. Okay. How wounded is he looking?
And make a
Wait.
perception check. Fairly. Not super damaged, but
All right, because he
Yeah.
hit me, I'm gonna drop my warhammer. I'm gonna grab him. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab him by the neck, and then
With you.
Got one so
People by the neck.
salty.
he
He's
is
like, hey,
he-
you
he's
hit
a-
me
he's-
back.
He's raging.
yeah, he is raging.
Pick him up because he's still smaller than me, right?
No, he'd actually be bigger than you now.
Oh, he's bigger than me now.
Yeah, not by much.
All right. Well,
But
I'm
he
just
is
gonna like.
10.
It's definitely wider.
Yeah,
just gonna-
way wider and slightly taller.
All right. I'm gonna slam him into the floor.
Okay, make an opposed athletics check.
I mean,
What?
well,
Natty 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
you absolutely slam him into the ground.
It's the
So you
nat
even do
20
it.
versus an hour.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
good.
say, what do you want to do after that?
I just
'Cause
want to
you've got-
smash his. I want to smash his face in like the mountain does to Oberon.
Okay, you know what? I'll say on a nat 20 against the nat 1, plus it is nearly 9 o'clock, and you're absolutely going to win this fight. You just squeeze his face in.
Ooh.
He just cries out in undercomment, "No, my mind!"
I just go. I just kind of like let out like a roar
mind
as I kind of
master.
go like, "Oh, I'm deaf." Yes. Yep.
Yep. And the bugbear goes, "Let's hear it for." He like quickly checks his sheet. The Forgotten One. Like,
I almost
he-
forgot his name there.
Yeah, that was the joke. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, I didn't get it until you said it, Michael. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, but as for the Forgotten One, like steps out of the ring. The bugbear comes to you and says, "You got a real knack for this. Fancy me putting you down for a few more fights?"
Do you have any drow?
We have some drow. Why?
I have a particular taste for drow.
Fair enough. I'll make sure you're put up against Drowest of Drow.
Much appreciated.
And I guess we will end the session there with, and then we'll pick up next week with Sang and your infiltration.
Cool.